Everyone has a powerful skill inside. You need to know how to take that, let us say, the royal honey from your team. This is the most important thing. I know you cannot find all of them are as what you want, but you need to select, you need to stay with them, you need to reward them, you need to motivate them, and to be very transparent. Because the team is your strength, your key for successful.
Marhaba, I'm Janan Farhat.
And I'm Derek Zeno from the Al-Qasimi Foundation.
Welcome to C-Suite Talks, a podcast about what it really means to lead.
We're talking to the people behind the titles to hear their stories, lessons, and a few surprises along the way.
Because leadership is more than just the corner office. It's personal.
Our guest for today is Esmaeel Alblooshi, the Director General of the Ras Al Khaimah Transport Authority, the government entity responsible for advancing and regulating transportation across the Emirate. Good morning, Esmaeel. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
It's a great office that you have here, and lovely to meet you in person.
It's my pleasure, actually, and happy to hear that you like it.
Yeah. So for our listeners, just to give a bit of background, Esmaeel, since stepping into the role of Director General at RACTA, you've been driving ambitious changes to align mobility with Ras Al Khaimah's Vision 2030 and the UAE sustainability goals. Under your direction, RACTA has introduced smart customer-focused solutions from solar-powered bus stops to the first of its kind smart mobility data labs. These efforts earned RACTA the Middle East Technology Excellence Award in the digital transportation category in 2024, cementing its reputation as not only a regulator, but also an innovator shaping modern mobility in the region. In fact, Ras Al Khaimah made a global headlines with the trial flight of Xpeng Aerot's electric flying car. For our listeners who might not know, Xpeng Aerot is the largest flying cars company in Asia. This feels like a major leap in what mobility could look like here. So to kick us off, Esmaeel, what was behind the decision to test flying vehicles in Ras Al Khaimah? And where do you see this fitting into the broader vision for smart, sustainable transport in the Emirate?
Actually, the idea came from a clear vision from His Highness Sheikh Saud bin Saqr Al-Qasimi, the member of Supreme Council of UAE and the ruler of Ras Al Khaimah, to have a smart, sustainable and integrated transport network within Ras Al Khaimah, and to provide actually solutions for the people in Ras Al Khaimah, residents and the visitors with the tourists as well, to move from point to point easily, accessibility and affordability for these people to move from point to point in Ras Al Khaimah. So in our in Ras Al Khaimah transport strategy 2030, we make sure that we have an integrated transport network within the Emirates, and to put air advanced mobility, one of our main category that should be, let us say, available in Ras Al Khaimah within 2030, keeping ourselves in RAC transport or in Ras Al Khaimah within the latest technology. So this was the first milestone in our strategy, in our air advanced mobility strategy in Ras Al Khaimah, to do something called demonstration flights with Xpeng, and inshallah in the future with the other companies. So choosing Ras Al Khaimah or preparing Ras Al Khaimah to be a hub for these innovative companies is one of the goals as well, to prepare Ras Al Khaimah from the regulatory side, from the infrastructure, and making Ras Al Khaimah ready for that future is something that we are working hand to hand with the General Civil Aviation Authority in UAE, with the RAC Transport Authority, and with RAC DCA, Department of Civil Aviation. So it's a clear vision from the government of Ras Al Khaimah 2030 to make sure that we have an air advanced technology in Ras Al Khaimah making the movement of people, tourists, in Ras Al Khaimah more easier. Just imagine that you can go from Al Marjan to Jays less than 15 minutes, 10 degree less
Wow.
by using this technology. This is our vision, and this is what we are aiming to have here in Ras Al Khaimah.
Honestly, super excited to see what's coming. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie at the moment. But as a Ras Al Khaimah resident, I'm really excited to see what happens with the flying cars and to see that project in fruition. And it's also a great way to start because nothing better captures Ractor's role as an innovator than flying cars. They definitely set the bar high for innovation. Now, let's bring it down to something closer to home, your mornings. How do you usually start your day? Could you walk us through your typical morning routine?
I start my day right after Al Fajr prayer with a very good breakfast, actually. Then head to the office. I got used to be in the office around 6:30 to 6:45.
Okay.
This is my daily routine. Even sometimes I come the first one in the company or in the organization. I am a morning guy who love to come very early morning to the office. Also, before heading to the office, I catch up on world news via the social media platforms, X. Previously, before the social media, like I remember in 2009, 2010, I had my newspaper on the desk every day because I make myself, I should be updated, honestly, with the international news, with the sports. I should be updated with my also best teams like Liverpool and Real Madrid. So I need
Nice.
to read the international news before I start looking and checking my week goals, upcoming projects, and key meetings that I should have on that week. Also, one of the most important things that I always do is check my life dashboard to ensure I'm on the track with the strategic KPIs. Also set a clear agenda for the mindset for the rest of the day. So I'll make myself updated, clear, and know what is gonna come on the week or on that day.
It's very nice, a very systematic approach to how you start your mornings. But I have a very important follow up. You also mentioned that you're an early riser and you're also a morning person. So, my very important question is, are you a tea or coffee person? Or are you a karak person?
Good question. Actually, I'm a Karak person.
You're a karak person?
Yes.
That's amazing. I myself am a karak person as well. And I think you're probably the first guest on the show up until now who has actually mentioned karak as their morning beverage of choice. So I'm really happy and excited to hear
Honestly, I have
a fellow karak lover on the show.
Honestly, I have a system. Like I should start with the breakfast with tea with milk or a karak.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is what we raise.
The sweet spot is always starting your day with a good karak.
Exactly. This is what we get used to and raised while we are child as well.
Yeah.
They put the breakfast and they put the karak or that time called
Oh,
tea
yeah.
with milk.
Yes, yes.
But I start drinking my coffee from like, for example, after 1 hour of the breakfast until 11 a.m.
Yeah.
After 11, I don't drink coffee.
Okay.
Most probably, all depends on the meetings or events. But definitely after 5 p.m., I never have any coffee because I need to have a good sleep.
Yeah. No, that's a very strong way to set the tone for the rest of the day. Now, moving to your career, was there a key moment in your life that changed your career path? And can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah, actually, it was like have many moments, but one of that I feel that it changed me a little bit, and it's like take me to another path on the journey is the moment that I have been promoted from section manager to director of strategy and business development back time in Dubai. That leap was the result of years of hard work and long hours. I work for more than 12 hours a day and really work hard and smart. It's a new level where honestly change my thinking, change my level of putting a clear communication skills. I should have, or I should enhance my communication skills. I should make myself very clear because I have a bigger team. I need to deal with managers, not more employees, and I need to understand also the organization's strategy. So that moment, honestly, it was very, very nice moment where I remember my boss came and said that within hours you will receive the a very good news that I selected you to be the director of a strategy where I spent only if I remember less than 2 years as a section manager. Was like really a big moment for me because I worked very hard there back in Dubai, in RTA Dubai. I spent more than 12 hours on office and on site with employees to achieve the targets that I have and to work smartly. The idea is how to you work smart and to understand your boss and to understand the targets. So when I have been selected, it was really a big change for me in terms of dealing with managers, dealing with the
Right.
achieving more strategic goals. So honestly, that moment I never forget.
That's really powerful. Communication is a tool that helped you get where you are at right now in Racta. That's amazing. It feels like the everything that you went through, and like also it's very inspiring to hear about how from a manager in 2 years you rose to director general. So I want to ask you, in your opinion, you already mentioned communication as a very strong tool that helped you get where you're at. But in your opinion, what do you think is the most underrated skill that has helped you advance as a leader?
To articulate ideas clearly is very, very important.
Right.
Now you have employees, you have managers,
Yeah.
you have your line manager, your bosses, and you have partners, stakeholders. So to make yourself or to make your targets very clear and how you explain it in a transparent way, how to bring them on board with you, this is very, very important thing. Because sometimes you have a vision,
Yeah.
you have a clear mission given by a government for you, but to sit with your team, to take them with you on that boat to achieve the vision and the mission is not easy. To sit with your stakeholders, with your partner, and to take to let them understand your goals, to where you are going, and why. This is very, very important. And this is the key,
Yeah.
I feel, for the successful because knowledge you and keeping yourself for sure is updated and has a knowledge is a very, very important also, let us say, factor.
Yeah.
But brother, you will see a lot of people who are really, really well knowledgeable people. But how do you differentiate between that leader from the other? Is the guy who know how to communicate with different categories of people: partner, stakeholders, business people, team, and leaders.
Yeah.
How making himself or herself very clear in terms of where, why, which tools needed, and make them with you. This skills is very, very important.
Yeah.
The second skill is, honestly, I spend a lot of time evaluating my team, selecting my team, sitting with them, and spend a lot of time with team. You need to know your team. know their capabilities and honestly know their skills, because everyone has a powerful skill inside, and you need to know how to take that, let us say, the royal honey from your team. This is the most important thing. I know you cannot find all of them are as what you want, but you need to select, you need to stay with them, you need to reward them, you need to motivate them, and to be very transparent. Because the team is your strength, key for successful. And then technology will come, and then the other things. And also our leaders, for example, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum is saying in his book as well, is choosing the right team is one of the key successful factor. Also, His Highness Sheikh Saud always is saying, the team is my successful factor. And I saw also the most successful CEOs, always, if you read their interviews, they're going to say the team. So I realize now how the importance of choosing your team, to know how to communicate, be transparent, and get the most from them by motivating them. It does not mean that you need to be kind all the time. No, they are human. They need you to be clear about their KPIs, their goals, and you should give them a space to motivate, to innovate, rather than working with them as a machine. So, and I spend time with them. I spend always time to go to the site, sit with the team, listen to almost, to be more honest, almost all of the employees. Not listening only to the directors who's reporting to me. So this is the skills that I feel is very important, engaging your team with you.
That's amazing. Yeah. So being articulate as a life skill and as a work skill, that's really powerful. And how it's also very inspiring to know that a leader like you sit with not just the team that directly reports to you, but you get down there and you talk to all the employees in the organization and make sure that they're actually getting their creativity and innovation into everything that they do at the workplace in Racta, and goes with what Racta stands for, right? A regulator and innovator in the space. So that's really nice. Since we're talking transport today, Esmaeel, let's change lanes for a moment. Welcome to our Wheel of Questions, a playful segment where the wheel sets the tone. Esmaeel, shall we find out where the journey takes us?
Yeah, sure.
If you were not leading Racta, what would you be doing instead?
Honestly, maybe working in I don't see honestly myself like not in a transport or mobility field, but because I planned for that. I was working hard for that. I put a clear map for me to follow, and I'm keeping myself updated on that in that field, plus studying and doing the other things. Or as a CEO, we need to make sure that we know the bigger picture. But if not in the transport field, maybe I will be in the sport field.
Wow.
I studied in Sorbonne University sport management, diploma in sport management as an alternative things in my free time. I was back there in Abu Dhabi. After working hours, I said, why I don't go and learn more about sport management? Then I went to Sorbonne diploma, learn more about how how the market or the industry of sports runs.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I learned marketing in sport. I learned strategy in sport. I learned law in sport, management, event management. So it was the field outside even my let us say engineering field. So I went out of that. So I feel that if I'm not there, if not in the transportation or in the engineering field, I will be in the sport field.
Wow, that's amazing. That's very different from what you're doing right now at Tractor, and unexpected as well. But I can see how your skills would actually translate there. And you've also done a sports management course. This is new to me. How long ago was this?
It was in 2015. That course was the first sport management course in Sorbonne University of Abu Dhabi.
Nice.
And it was fully coordinated with FIFA and Abu Dhabi Sport Council. So I was lucky to be selected because a lot of people who wants to join that course, but they selected few candidates. Alhamdulillah, I was lucky to be selected. And it was really a new field for me. Honestly, it was previously like as a hobby.
Yeah.
But after taking the course, I little bit understand how the sport market or sport industry run. It's not only a game.
Yeah.
It's also has a lot of let us say business behind it. So this is where I feel, even I felt happy that I went and learned. It was like a dark area for me. And now it's something that I feel. And by the way, now I'm the vice chairman of Emirates Club here in Ras Al Khaimah.
Nice.
So from that time, I feel engaged on the sport industry.
Yeah. I'm curious to ask you this. So what club would you be managing if you were to transition from transportation and mobility to sports management? Then what club would you want to ideally manage?
Depends on my skills, depends on my honestly achievements. If I was there in the sport, because being in the international or working in the international sports or clubs is not an easy. You need to have a very, very high skills, capabilities, and achievements.
Right.
For example, in order to be in Liverpool, which
Yeah.
I dream to be,
Nice.
or to manage Liverpool or Real Madrid.
Okay.
This is like a very big clubs with the passion, and honestly, they are not only depending now, as I read, is now only on the people or on the achievements. They are also depends on the technology, and as I know that Liverpool is using data analysts, so they are using some data scientists also, and they are managing data to when they select their players or when even they select their coaches. So
Right.
it's more about also technology. It's more about science. It's more about how to honestly analyze, study, and take your decision. Coming back to the skills that I talked to about.
Yes.
So was like, I dream to be there and working in the Liverpool or being part of that club.
Inshallah, I hope to see you one day managing Liverpool or Real Madrid in the future when you decide to leave the transportation and mobility space and go into sports management.
Inshallah.
I think it's time for us to spin the wheel again, Esmaeel. So, do you have a favorite book, podcast, TV show, or hobby? Can you tell us about that?
Honestly, I like to read. This is how you keep yourself updated. This is how you keep your knowledge updated. So reading is very, very important for me. It's not about favorite book. It depends on the category, honestly, of what you should read. In my daily life, I read on in the professionalism, like on the on the field that I work on in transportation mobility. I work on the walkable city, as I remember that book by Jeff. I read on the happy cities. I read on the integration of transport solutions. Also, we are here in Iraq Transport Authority, a premium member in the UITP, where they have a rich library Honestly, I go and read some articles. I see the research study, case study that they have. Also, I motivate and encourage my team to read and go to that library. So in the on the leadership box or on that phase of enhancing the skills, I read a lot from Harvard Business Review, where I see their articles, because always they put a good case study or put interviews with the most successful CEOs, with the case study happens on that XY companies. So I follow them even in X platform. So I read a lot about that also to enhance my leadership skills and to keep myself updated with the strategy tools that it should be read, and to know how these companies succeed from level to level. Podcast or YouTube channels. Honestly, I listen to YouTube channels while I'm driving. I like to listen to history, especially I'd love to know more about Islamic history, the history of the modern region. I read sometimes about that. I'm passionate of knowing a lot about the human, how the human start. So this is what I try to listen to listen while I'm driving, to know more, to listen, and sometimes before sleep.
Interesting. What about podcasts? I think you have a new favorite, right? C-Suite Talks, the leadership
Yeah,
podcast from
inshallah.
Russell Khaimah.
Inshallah.
I think you're a fan of that one, right?
Inshallah.
All right. One more spin, and I think we can move to the close. Okay. Could you tell us about a time you failed? How did you recover? And what did you learn?
Yeah, honestly, I don't call it a fail. It's about change in direction or sometimes de-acceleration. This is what I explain failure, because the life is moving, but we are on that path of life. And when we, let us say, have some big challenges, or as you call it, failure, it means that you need sometimes to de-accelerate if we are in the same path or in the same road, or we need to change the direction. Here where I feel that is a failure. Change in direction. I was working in Abu Dhabi, then I moved to Ras Al Khaimah. I chose that decision. It wasn't an easy decision, especially I was doing well in my company ADTC in Abu Dhabi, but I took the decision of I need to move to Dubai, to RTA Dubai, and this is what I call a change in direction. It's totally changed from the energy industry to transportation and mobility. Even I thought a lot of changing my industry to see if that decision will be successful for me or not. So here I'm saying change in direction. Failure, alhamdulillah, still until now.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
So you
Maybe
tried something
another
new,
change. Yes.
And it worked out.
Yes, this is what I explain failure. Failure, nobody can be failed. People can be de-accelerated, have bigger challenges, but they should change the direction because life is moving.
No, that's really powerful. So when you're you hit a full stop midway through your life, you have to reevaluate and then see how you can move forward, right? It's a very powerful piece of advice. At its heart, I think Rakta has always stood for creating opportunity through mobility and driving prosperity by connecting people and places. Thank you, Esmaeel, for showing us how leadership in transport can spark opportunity and shape a brighter future for the Emirate and beyond.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us on C-Suite Talks, where we bring global and local insights from the heart of Ras Al Khaimah to the world.
Be sure to follow, share, and tune in next time for another 15-minute conversation about what it really takes to lead.